Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday morning, and I'm John Burke, and welcome back to the All-American Savage Show podcast. I'm your beautiful hostess with the mostest, with my wonderful heterosexual Jewish life partner over here, Josh, in the house. It is Monday, and we are on the verge, and I hate saying it like this because it sounds like so freaking just beat to death, but we are on the verge of, I think, some of the most important elections we've had in quite a long time.
Until the next one.
Until the next one, yeah. Well, no, I mean, seriously speaking, it feels like this election, it's so, it's just so crucial. We're dealing with inflation. We're dealing with recession. We're dealing with a presidency that is willing to bankrupt this nation in order to go green, which is not feasible. We have a lot of hesitance in the integrity of the voting process. We've got a lot of issues that we're facing as a country right now. And tomorrow is, I think, it's the biggest voting thing we've seen in quite a long time. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think the 2020 election was important, but it just feels to me like we can't do another 2 years of the Biden administration and a Biden Congress. We can't. Like, America cannot afford it. I just don't feel like we can.
We saw what happens. Prices are out of control.
Bro, 2 years.
World's out of control.
This is 2 years. I'm just at a loss. Like, my God.
It was less than 2 years.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It wasn't even a full 2.
Bro, well done. If you were going to come in here and, like, fuck up a country, like, good job. Jimmy Carter's like, thank God for this moron. Like,
I know.
I'm not the worst president in history now, so...
That idiot, which is saying a lot too, because he was a terrible president.
Oh my God, the Rumble video's up and going. It's shareable. Appreciate y'all being over there and helping us out. I just checked because people said it was marked private. No, it's going. It's good. Appreciate y'all being here, man. Twitter's on fire right now. If you have not been paying attention to what's going on Twitter, well, then let me happily fill you in, because holy shit, I have never seen so much misinformation. I have never seen so much butthurt from the left. And I'm sitting here just like touching my penis to it because I fucking love it. It gets me so aroused. I love this. It feels so good. But before we get there, folks, this episode is brought to you by Shell. And by the way, thanks for everybody that gave us thumbs up on the previous video. Got a lot of views. We got people coming from Instagram and Facebook and YouTube coming to hit that thumbs up, because when you hit that thumbs up on Rumble, that helps us boost the views on this and gets the podcast more exposure. So thank you to everyone that did that. I saw that. I was like, holy shit, thank you very much. Like, everybody came from Discord, Telegram, because I was letting them know, hey, if you go hit that thumbs up, this can help us out a lot. So big thank you to everybody doing that. And as you know, we don't charge for the podcast. It's free content. We enjoy having y'all as an audience. And a lot of great discussions. So before we get started on the sales and everything out, don't forget tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. CST, we are streaming live for the election results. Right before that, we're going to have a special guest in the studio, the Pew Pew Jew. He's a local guy, love him to death, good guy. I'm bringing him in for a sit-down interview on Judaism, and having discussions about the current criticisms of the Jewish community. And I want to have just a good, honest conversation, because he's a devout Jew. And it'd be interesting to get his insight on this, because we're going to talk about some things involving Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens today. I want to get his insight on this. And, just go to the source. Go to a Jewish person and say, like, how do you feel about this? Like, let's have a good conversation. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a good time. And then, so as you know, again, this episode is brought to you by ShellShockCBD.com. We're not allowed to advertise on Instagram or Facebook or any of those other cuck platforms, but we can advertise on Twitter. We appreciate that. If you're not following me on Twitter, it's the Daddy Savage. Yes, you gotta tune in over there. You can't look me up by my name, because every time I put that name in, I get banned. Apparently got a John Burke ban going on. So there's the link. It's just twitter.com/thedaddysavage. Here it is right here. Appreciate that. Go give it a follow. All right. There's just a lot to talk about today. And before we get to it, vote. Tomorrow is a big day. Go vote. Do not sit there in your chairs and pretend or think that somebody else is going to pick up your slack. Get your fat ass to the voting booth and go vote. I'm serious about this. This is important. Go vote. All right. I'm going to stop beating that dead horse. All right, let's get into the news. Poll, Democratic Party loses support among Hispanic black voters before the 2022 midterms. The Democratic Party has lost Hispanic and black voter support since the 2020 election. Two essential demographics the party needs to retain its fragile intersectional coalition, according to a Wall Street Journal poll released Monday. In August, Hispanic voters favored Democrats by 11 points. That lead has been cut to 5 points in October. The margin of 5 points in October is far less than in 2020 when President Joe Biden was favored over former President Donald Trump by 28 points. In 2018, Hispanic voters favored Democrats by 31 points. A similar exodus of the Democratic Party is seen among black voters. The poll found 17% of black voters would vote for a Republican in 2022. In 2020, that number has only been 8%, a 9-point swing in 2 years. 8% also supported Republicans in 2018. Damn. Once Democrats lose the minority vote, they're done. Because that's what they bank off of. They keep minorities poor, they keep them broke, they keep them on the government subsidy programs, and by proxy making them government employees, and they're going to vote for that. Yeah. And once they start to wake up like they're doing and realize like we're being manipulated, it's like we're out. I'm telling you, once they lose that minority, they're done. They're fucking done. They're fucking done. And we're seeing it. We're going to see it firsthand. It's going to be, I really feel like the outcomes of these elections, it's going to redefine where certain communities are as far as voting as a whole. I'm worried about Texas turning blue, but I could be completely wrong on this. Maybe Texas goes even more hardcore red than we've ever seen before because, I think they're saying like Abbott's leading Beto by like 10 or 11 points in the polls. We'll see. I don't know, man. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. But I do have a good feeling there is going to be a good red wave coming. I really do feel that way. I'm already seeing the results in Florida. Let me read these results for this is just Florida. And I granted, Florida is a massive Republican state as well now because they've had a massive turnout in result of like what Democrats have done over there. It's nuts to me. Not surprising, but not nuts. They've just basically alienated Republicans so much. It's like, you know what? Fuck this. We don't want you here. Where's the results I saw for this? Yeah. Here we go. As of today, vote by mail. They have 923,000 Republicans and over 1 million Democrats voting by mail. Go figure. That's what they do. Yeah. In person, though, 1,154,000 Republicans voted versus 671,000. VPM or IPEV, 2 million Republicans, 1.7 million Democrats. Republicans lead with roughly 325,000 voters altogether. Florida, like Chris or Christ, whatever that dude's name, he's done. He ain't got a snowball's chance in hell. So we need to see that across all freaking red states and blue states as well. You know, we're going to see. And the swing states, this one, it's not Florida. I don't think it's going to be Arizona. I think Arizona's going to, what's her name, Kathy?
Carrie Lake.
Carrie Lake, yeah. I saw some interviews with her. I'll tell you what, that woman's got balls.
She's sharp.
She's a leader.
Yeah, she is.
She goes in there, she's confident. She's not arrogant, but she's confident. And when she goes after those reporters that are trying to bait her with bullshit, she calls them out. Yeah. But she does it in a way that's like she proves it right there on the spot, and I like that and respect that about her.
You really have to do that nowadays.
Well, now apparently she's leading, and I think she's gonna dominate. But everybody's looking at Georgia. Right now, Herschel Walker is leading the other douchebag by 2 points. Yeah. We'll see how that turns out. Stacey Abrams and Kemp, I'm not sure where that's at right now. They've already started projecting potential election issues. Politico's making a report. They're saying that
Kemp is up by 8 points, 7.5.
Okay, 7.5 points. Yeah. They've already started using this idea that if they lose, they're already denying elections. The very same thing they've accused the right of doing for the last 4 or 2 years. They are automatically preempting it. Politico released a report today. I think I retweeted it over on Twitter. You can go look at this stuff. They are prepping the landscape, the political landscape. So if they do lose, they can automatically resort back to look. We said it back then. Well, yeah, I can sit there and say this whole thing's rigged prior to the election because they know they're going to lose. They know they're going to take some serious beatings. Even Democrats are predicting they are going to lose the House by a lot now, and it's scary for them. And I'm absolutely here for it. So
let's see. The Senate in Arizona. Let's see. They've got it 2 points to what's his face, Kelly. He's got it 1.6.
Lead
in the polls. He's Democrat.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. New Hampshire, 2 point lead for Democrats. Wisconsin, 3 point lead for Republican. So we'll see.
Yeah.
See what happens.
It's interesting to see.
Everybody's got to get out and vote.
That man 360 in the comments says, women cannot be leaders. It's women, WOMEN, not woman. And yeah, Kristi Noem was the only person in the world that kept the state open. So I don't know what you're talking about. I don't like this guy. He's an idiot. Every time he comments something in the chat, like he's a fucking moron. I don't take people like that seriously. But the funny thing is, on Twitter right now, dude, this weekend has been, just yesterday, Elon Musk has gone on a banning spree. And it's justified. It's justified. Let's start with this. Comedian Kathy Griffith, or Griffin, whatever her fucking name is.
Stupid.
This woman is not funny. She's never been funny. She's a D-list celeb. She's hideous. She's a horrible human being.
Loud and annoying.
Loud and annoying. Very annoying. She's been banned from Twitter. So apparently, a lot of the blue checks on Twitter were impersonating Elon Musk. They changed their names to Elon Musk, not the account itself, because there's two names on your account. Your username that you can change, but that's who you are, versus the name you want in the tab, the handle. Yes. If I put John Burke in my handle, they'll ban me, which is just fucking weird to me, but it is what it is. So Kathy Griffith changed her thing to Elon Musk and changed her profile picture as well. Elon banned her, said, this is impersonating somebody else. You're banned. And it was justified.
You banned.
You banned. And people are just laughing their asses off.
Yeah.
Now, of course, liberals are pearl clutching, going, oh my God, what about free speech? Like, and then Elon said she can have her account back for $8.
For $8.
So for those that don't know, to apply to get a blue check, which is coming soon, he said he's rolling this out, you got to pay $8 to get verified. Elon is taking the power away from the blue checks on Twitter to where now everybody's equal.
Yeah.
Just by having an audience, by having a following, whatever. It used to be a status symbol. Let's not even deny ourselves. It used to be a status symbol. And now Elon's like, no, everyone can get verified. And I shit you not, I actually saw a tweet from this one dude and I retweeted it. He talked about, oh, so now anybody can be a journalist and you're not going to take the opinions of an actual journalist. And Elon's kind of like, are you kidding me?
Dude. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my God.
Where he gave all of his credentials in the school he went to. He's like, well, journalists go to school to be journalists.
You go to school to fucking lie. Really? Yeah. Like, you're just watching this and like, are you kidding me?
You're the same people that pushed a pee-pee tape and Russian collusion hoax for several years, right?
Yep. Dude, this is nuts to me.
All right.
I don't get this. I don't know. It's funny to me. Okay. It's funny to me, but anyway. There's never been a woman in politics JB hasn't bent over for. It's his kryptonite. You know what I love about losers like you? I don't even know why the fuck you're even here. Like, you're just, dude, nobody in this chat likes you. And you're lucky I haven't banned you yet. You're too stupid. You misspell common words. Your takes are some of the stupidest fucking takes I've ever seen. Do me a favor and go jump off a fucking bridge. You're a moron. Don't ever come back on my chat again, or I'm going to fucking send everybody after you. Go the fuck away, you loser. You understand me? Like, I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to. Like, this is the thing I love about these fucking retards in my chat. Why are you here?
Hit that plus button on your way out, though.
Hit that plus button on the way out, you douchebag. You fucking loser. Just ignore him, chat. I don't feel like having to deal with the ban right now. I'll deal with it later. In fact, you can also go report his account. That'd be good. Yeah, fucking loser. Anywho, I'm just gonna ignore him from here on out. Don't interact with him. Let him be. I'll deal with the ban after this. He's a fucking moron. But everybody is pearl clutching over Kathy Griffith, and it's so funny to me. It's just so funny because it wasn't just her. Now, Ethan Klein, for those that don't know, I guess he heads up that H3 podcast or whatever. I don't listen to it. I don't find him funny at all. He got banned too. He was impersonating Elon Musk. But in the new terms of services that have been rolled out, Elon says, unless you say parody account, then they're going to view you as trying to impersonate somebody else. They're going to ban you.
That's fair.
Ethan did have parody account on there. He still banned him. But Ethan was tweeting out, like Elon Musk, saying that I enjoyed being with Jeffrey Epstein on his island, yada, yada, yada. And then he gets banned. It's like, well, I mean, you kind of fucked with the owner of the platform. You've got a large audience. What did you think was going to happen? Yeah. What did you really think was going to happen? So he got banned. And of course, you got Hassan Ivy and the rest of these other dudes out there just fucking like simping for him and stuff. And it's like, he's not funny. He's not interesting. He's a fucking loser. This guy's a fat fuck that sits behind a keyboard that he called out the likes of Joe Rogan and shit like that. And it's like, dude, in real life, you'd get your shit pushed in. You're a fucking little bitch hiding behind a keyboard. It's like, let's not even kid ourselves on this. But Twitter is on fire right now. Elon is banning people left and right, saying, that's fine. You want to be a prick? Get the fuck out of here. Get off my fucking platform. And it wasn't just not, but like a month or two ago when liberals were saying, if you don't like it, go make your own platform. Elon's got it.
Yeah.
Elon's got it. And they just sit here and they bitch and they whine and they fucking complain. And it's like, then just leave the platform. Why are you still here? But the thing I love about it is now they're sitting there trying to censor this. Well, free speech is dead. It's like, wait a minute. You didn't give a fuck about free speech when this was leftist controlled. You still don't give a shit that people on Instagram and Facebook are censored so fucking heavily because they don't agree with leftist ideology. Like, are you kidding me with this? So it's funny as hell to see that it's like now you're getting a taste of what we've been dealing with for the last 6 years and you don't like it. So you'll excuse me if I don't give a fuck if Elon is banning you with extreme prejudice. I hope he does. I hope he removes well, actually I don't. I do. Democrats need to be on Twitter. I don't want it to turn to an echo chamber because that tribal app that the Democrats are using and Truth Social, they're just two different ends of the political spectrum that are echo chambers. Yeah. Twitter, it's the ultimate foundation of what's got them so pissed off is now they don't own the narrative and now they have to defend themselves and they don't like that because liberals by and large cannot defend their platforms accurately because they've always had big tech overlords to powder their asses, wipe them, change them, and be a big brother to them. Now they don't have it. Elon won't do that.
You know, one of the things that's annoys me is when they talk about abortion, they're like, oh, Republicans, well, they only care about kids and when they're in the womb, but as soon as they're out, they don't give a shit about them. I'm like, well, where are the statistics to back that statement up other than your big fat mouth? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think about the check marks? Everybody being able to get a check mark.
I agree with it. I think that's good. Number one, that's going to save you. Well, it needs to be you have to provide ID to get it,
right?
And so that's going to save you all the trouble. Yeah, that you won't be able to have impersonators or anything like that. It's like fair. That's great. That's going to eliminate a lot of issues.
Right.
I'd be willing to pay $8 for that. 100%. I do it on Instagram or Facebook. Fuck yes. Absolutely.
Do you think $8 is too much?
Nah. He's got to generate revenue. I get it. And here's the thing. As long as the terms of services are applied equally across the board, I will gladly pay that.
$8?
$8, yeah. It's $8 a month for verification. I get it. Because I already purchased that Twitter Blue, which was $4, but that allows you to edit your tweets and shit like that.
Really?
Yeah, it's worth it. I like it. That was before I got banned on that account. So I was like, I'm going to hold off on purchasing that again until I know for a fact I've got an account that won't get banned. So with that being said, it's just like this will definitely eliminate a lot of the bots.
Yeah.
This is going to eliminate a lot of the impersonators. That's a massive issue. And liberals, by and large, don't see it like that. They just see it as Elon's trying to fucking save a sinking platform. Like, no, this was a major complaint Elon had during the purchase and acquisition of this company. And now he's saying, I'm going to regulate and fix this. How do I fix this? Give everybody blue checks that you can purchase on your own.
Right.
And that way, you know, like if there's a blue check, it's really who they claim to be. And everybody else is an impersonator.
I can almost see this going into a tiered level where you start, like the intro is $7.99, then you keep going up. And then the higher you go up, the more your
It's possible.
platform gets seen.
But you know, I mean, at the same token, I don't know.
Because if you're a business, right? If you have a business account and you're on Twitter, when you want the most,
then that could be a service as like a style of boosting. I could see that. I could see that. So I don't know.
Yeah, the comments though on Twitter about Elon Musk are hilarious because he went from like their savior to the Antichrist.
It's so funny in the span of like what was it like 7 months that he gave Ukraine internet and everybody loved Elon. Then he started talking about buying Twitter. It's like, oh my god, he's a racist. Like, shut the fuck up.
Looks like the FBI's got a new case to look into.
Go figure, right? But yeah, Kathy Griffith, and then she got on her dead mom's account and started tweeting like, bitch. What the fuck? That's hilarious to me.
She's a psychopath.
She is a psychopath. The woman's fucking nuts. The woman is fucking nuts.
I kind of wonder when these people are going to retire.
They're not going to. This is their fight. This is what they see. This is how they stay relevant. Like when their careers start to fail, they resort to political activism.
Which is terrible.
That's how Kathy Griffith has stayed in this, I shouldn't even say the spotlight. She stayed on the outskirts of the spotlight because when she did the thing with Trump, that catapulted her back into the news. And she's like, oh, this is Trump broke me. But people are talking about her. She's getting, like, look at Stormy Daniels. Trump, that whole thing hit the news. Trump won.
Harsh face.
And look at her. She's back in porn. It's like Trump still creates jobs. Look at that. You try suing him, you lose, and now she's back in porn or some shit like that. Avenatti, not so much. He's getting it up the butt in jail.
Yeah, he's getting...
Fuck that nerd. It's just funny to me, though.
He's getting the hammer in this.
Yeah, hammer in the butt. But, I mean, again, this is where we're at. So, but yeah, that Ethan Klein thing, he got tweeted out or he got banned. Twitter suspends users for imitating Elon Musk, an early test of his free speech stance. Okay, so I wouldn't even call this free. This is not free speech. Every single conservative on this platform screaming, free speech. It's not free speech. This is just more loosely and fairly moderated speech, which you're going to have. Look, we cannot have a platform, and I think they need to do away with porn on the platform. If you can't say certain words, why the fuck are you allowing pornography?
Yeah, I agree.
So make it even across the board there.
Is there still pornography on it?
Oh, probably. I got, and speaking of this, the Ethan Klein thing that he got banned for on Twitter, right? I posted on Instagram a screenshot of his account being suspended, and Instagram has flagged it as false information. And they said I have a 90-day restriction on my account for spreading false information. There's a new program they just rolled out, and I just got hit with it right before midterms. And then they will turn around and accuse Elon Musk of election tampering and election meddling. And they pull this shit right here. Look, I don't give a fuck. Stop playing nice with these people. Stop playing nice with these fucking liberals. Because every time we play nice, they take advantage. They take advantage. And that's some bullshit. It's nuts to me. All I did was I tweeted out the picture of Ethan Klein's account banned, and they quoted it as misinformation. They even flagged the post. It has a little censor thing over it on my page on Instagram. You click it, and it says false information. And they've restricted it. Like 146 people liked it, 3 comments, because nobody can see it. Fuck Instagram. That's why I'm pushing to Twitter. Like, dude, they've
Rumble.
It's ridiculous. Because yesterday I had my views, or I don't know what happened, but something was going on to where I think they like unshadow banned me. I was getting like good engagement, good responses, good likes, because it's like you can see the following starts to grow. It's like, oh shit, I guess they unshadow banned me. They did it again. Yeah. It's like, dude, I definitely wonder if Twitter, if Elon continues going down this road, if this is going to basically usurp the amount of usage of Facebook and Instagram and push people to Twitter. Because like Instagram right now, it's ridiculous. Yeah. It's insane. Everything is being flagged for false or misleading misinformation. And it's like, I literally posted a screenshot. And you know what the fact check is about? It says Elon Musk didn't really get banned. It's like, no shit. Nobody said that.
Bro, his fact checks on Twitter have been hilarious.
White House got fact checked again. Biden got fact checked about gas prices.
Yep.
And it's like, thank you. This is actual fair. This is fair and balanced. Like legitimately, because you could look up this information. Like when Biden was at that one campaign rally, he talked about like, you know, before I took office, gas was like, and I brought it, like the average was $5 a gallon. I brought it down. It's like, no, it wasn't, dude. Average gas price nationwide was $2.30 something.
Did you hear the fact check on the White House? They went back and deleted the tweet.
Deleted the tweet, yeah.
And they're talking about how that might be illegal.
Yeah. Oh, what? What be illegal?
Deleting the tweet off of Twitter. I don't know.
How is that illegal?
There was some talk about how
it's them covering up,
but yeah, it was like because it shows that they were lying.
100%. They were lying. You know, that's the thing. Like Biden comes out there and he says, "I'm going to be the president that unites us." No, all he's done.
Yeah, right.
Here's the thing. Like if you look at Biden's Twitter right now, he is in damage control mode. He is tweeting out hard against Republicans. He is scared. He knows, his camp knows that they're in fucking trouble.
Yeah.
He's got Obama. Show me when in the last 2 years Obama's really fucked with Biden at all. When have you seen Obama really fuck with Biden at all?
Just when
he's running for
needs somebody to go out there
midterms.
Who can speak coherently.
They wouldn't even bring Biden to their shit.
I know.
They wouldn't even bring Biden to their
the only person
their campaign. Like nothing.
Is that dummy Fetterman?
Jesus.
That's the only guy that would have him out there. He's like somebody who's dumber than me.
Look at it, folks. Isn't it funny? They got Biden to go simp for him, and they also got Obama to simp for him. And then, by the way, in case you didn't know, Oprah, again, she came out and supported him.
No,
you don't say.
Fetterman.
Which, again, it's funny because she's the one that got Oz's career started. And I was like, wait, you simp for this dude for years, and now suddenly you're against him? You're telling me that whole time you didn't know that he was a conservative? Like, stop. But here's the thing. I don't think Oz is a conservative because if you forgot, Oz simped for the vaccine. He was for the mask. He was for all that shit. And then Oz like, I want to run. It's like, okay, well, right now I don't think Oz is going to turn out to be a very good. I think he's going to be another neocon. I really do. I think he's going to be the likes of Mitch McConnell's and shit like that. That's just my prediction. I hope I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think the other guy should have got the nomination.
Yeah, I agree. But
I think Oz is going to be better than Fetterman, who's a complete idiot. I don't think Oz would vote in favor for assault rifle bans. You know what I mean?
I just don't know. I don't know where that guy stands anymore.
I mean, I
don't know.
We'll see.
But it's just, I don't know. It's crazy to me that they've got so much money wrapped up into saving him. Mm-hmm. They are literally voting for this guy who during his he had another campaign rally over the weekend, and I posted it, and Fetterman, he's out of it. He is so out of it.
Yeah, he's like a complete
vegetable. I honestly kind of feel bad for the guy. It's like, dude, this guy needs to be at home chilling, relaxing. Like, what the fuck? If anything, get a different Democrat contender. Like, this is not right what he's doing to this guy. But they're also doing it to Biden. They're doing it to Biden. They're going to do it to Fetterman. They would rather have a candidate in there that does not know what the fuck's going on. In fact, they probably prefer it because now they could just puppet this motherfucker. But it's sad to see.
You know, they do with. I think they do that with a lot of people, a lot of these Democrats, like even the celebrities. They've got to go out and tap and be like, "Hey, listen, I need you to go out and say this, and I need you to do this."
Well, that's what Kanye was saying. Like you talked about, that they were saying it's in your contract. You got to say this. So I mean, I don't know. But again, if you're forced to vote, vote for Oz. I'm not saying not to. Please don't take it that way. But view him with extreme skepticism.
What are your choices?
I know. It's like I got to pick the turd out of the diarrhea. I get it.
Should I vote for that potato over there?
Yeah. Or? Which vegetable do I vote for? So we'll see. I hope I'm wrong about Oz, but I don't see. I see Oz as being a populist. I don't see Oz as being somebody that is actually going to stand his ground and come out there against like a lot of these GOP bullshitters like the McConnells and the Lindsey Grahams. I see him as just going with the flow on a lot of things. So I don't know. We'll see.
Looks like David here on YouTube chat says they spent $52 million on Fetterman so far.
Jesus Christ.
Is that right? You'd think they would use that money to, I don't know, help world
hunger. If they're so upset about Elon Musk buying Twitter for $44 billion or whatever the case, why don't they use that money to go save them? Suddenly it's like, no, it's when a capitalist goes out and spend the money on what they want. It's like, oh my God, you should do this. Like, okay.
They're spending millions and millions of dollars on this douchebag Beto dork.
Does anybody know where that money goes? I know what's supposed to happen. The money's supposed to go to the next contenders. Like, so if Beto loses or whatever the case, like I'm going to send this money to the next political candidate so it can hopefully help them.
No, I think
they keep it.
I think what they do is hire family and friends and pay them, and then because you see this all the time. What Maxine Waters was paying her daughter,
oh my God,
6-7 figures, something insane.
Yeah, she got busted. It was that and her. Wasn't it her husband? Who was it? They got paid a consulting fee, and it was in the millions. Was it her or was that? I don't think that was Stacey Abrams.
They all do that shit.
Oh, I know, yeah, but she got busted for it, and it just got swept under the rug. Speaking of that, what happened to the Paul Pelosi story? Where'd that go?
I don't know. They're trying to hammer out the details.
Hey, yo!
Oh, wait.
Do it. Oh, okay. I thought they were going to go, wah, wah, wah. There it is.
There it
is. Twitter suspends users for imitating Elon Musk in the early test of free speech stance. The move raises questions about whether the mogul or self-proclaimed free speech absolutist plans to hold true to that vision. Look, a free speech absolutist means all speech is legal speech, meaning I can make death threats, you can do all that stuff. And I agree with that. It's free speech. Is it a threat? Yes, but that's what the Second Amendment is for. But still, I do believe in ultimate free speech. But Elon, it's not even a complicated conversation to have. It's just that you got to make the stupid people understand it. It's like you cannot have absolute free speech on social media. You can't.
No.
Because it's like, well, then do you agree with people being able to use racist rhetoric? Well, no. It's like, well, then it's not free speech. That's free speech. Yeah. And I love it how Democrats are just so pissed off about this, saying that Elon is not encouraging free speech. Like, wait a minute. Y'all censored the right, left, like nonstop. Yeah, nonstop. You censored us like crazy, and now you get issues? Like, I'm sorry. That's why I don't give a fuck about you getting banned. I don't.
Took it all the way to Congress and asked them about it on the floor there. Like, hey, you're banning conservatives at a much higher rate than you do Democrats. Why is that? And they're like, I have to look into that. I don't have the piece of carrots. I don't have the stuff in front of me here. I'll get back to you.
The curtain. It's just insane at this point, though. But then again, and that's why I feel like I don't care. Normally, I would try and play neutral, like, look, fair is fair. Now it's like, no, I don't care. I don't care about you people. I don't care about your fucking your rights on social media because you shouldn't have any rights. Social media is privately owned. But Elon Musk has already taken it off publicly traded company. It's now a private company. And of course, he's probably going to get investigated. He's probably going to get federally investigated. And all Elon has to do is just take his headquarters, move it out of America, and just say, now you can't regulate me. Go fuck yourself. And if you try and ban me, good luck. It's probably not going to happen. And I love the fact that liberals, by and large, keep saying they're going to leave Twitter, and they keep coming back.
I know.
You keep coming back.
They can't take it.
They can't take it.
They have to get on there and put their little thoughts out there.
Like, bro, I never thought we'd be in the position right now to where we're going to be sitting here celebrating, watching these liberals just getting kicked off left and right. It's like, bye. Deuces.
How long were you off Twitter when you got kicked off?
About 2 years.
Yeah, same here.
I stopped. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, same here.
But then once I started seeing Twitter pick up with Elon and all that shit, because I think Twitter's by far my favorite platform right now. It's great. Like Instagram, Facebook's fucking dead.
Well, you can find all kinds of shit on there too.
Yeah,
it's like local news, like it's weather or
Yeah.
sports or whatever. You can find it on there. So
I agree.
it's kind of nice.
Yeah,
Plus
I
you
agree.
control people.
I troll the fuck out of them, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And they deserve it. I don't go trolling people just for no reason. I troll the people like that Brooklyn dad Defiant.
Oh, God.
I took
He's
a
terrible.
screenshot of that Ethan Klein and Kathy Griffith. I posted on his thing. It's like, you're next, bitch. I was like, I can't wait for them to fucking ban you. You're next. The social media Gestapo's coming for you next, and I hope they fucking find you. I hope they do.
Yeah, who's this guy? Is it...
Imitation is said to be the sincerest form of flattery, although Twitter owner Elon Musk may not see it that way. The comedian Kathy Griffith, YouTube personality Ethan Klein, and Mad Men actor Rich Sommer each say their Twitter accounts were suspended over the weekend after they impersonated Musk, changing their display names and profile photos to match those of the billionaire. The decisions to lock all three of their Twitter accounts came as Musk, a self-proclaims free speech absolutist, is attracting intense scrutiny for how he handles speech issues on the platform. He has pledged to make the service a destination for accurate information, but has also suggested he may loosen the platform's rules. Musk has also said the company is planning major changes to Twitter verification system, opening up to anyone willing to pay a monthly fee. And I love this because liberals by and large are so pissed about this because I've seen so many of these political commentators, why don't you just make it free? You can afford it. It's like, oh, so now you have issue getting access to a platform that, before we get in further, Twitter's still free. You don't have to pay for the verification. You can still use it.
Yeah.
Nothing's restricted. But if you want that blue verification back, $8.
Yeah.
And the shit that y'all spend on fucking iPhones, don't tell me you can't afford it.
I know.
But it's still free. But liberals don't like that. And they keep putting this gatekeeping things like, so now we got to pay $8. He's like, dude, are you fucking stupid? He didn't say that. He said to get verified. Now you're trying to conflate the two to confuse the people to say, Elon's trying to make it where you got to pay for Twitter. And even if he did, he 100% can.
Yeah.
Because you socialists are not accustomed to people saying, you don't get this for free. You got to pay. What? Yeah, that's called capitalism, bitch. And if you don't like it,
might not be a bad idea. Just to do like a basic profile, $1.99 a month.
Watch how this throws off Facebook and Instagram, because now anybody can get verified on Twitter.
Yeah.
No longer is it going to be people that can just.
I can't wait.
I can't wait to get verified as
check
fuck.
mark.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, motherfucker. It's going to be so great. We're going to see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays out. The decision to lock all three of their Twitter accounts came as Okay. Musk has also said the company is planning major changes to Twitter's verification system, opening up to anyone willing to pay a monthly fee. That idea has caused some concern about security, safety, and impersonation on the platform, which appears to be a primary motivating factor for the wave of people suddenly imitating Musk on Twitter. Feel free. You're going to get banned. And I encourage it. All these leftists, go ahead. Impersonate him. Get banned. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Musk's team on Friday laid off roughly half the workforce in a bid to cut costs, rattling veteran employees. Another thing came out. They were saying some people paid upwards of $15,000 to get verified on Twitter. And Musk confirmed it.
What? Seriously?
He retweeted it and said,
Wow.
Yep, it's true. That dude's got access to a lot of shit that I think has got a lot of people fucking scared. So what they're going to do is they're going to paint him to be this bad guy, bias, yada, yada, yada. And then if he ever released a lot of this information, they're done. They're fucking done. So the fact that he even came out and confirmed that some people were like bribing Twitter employees, all of a sudden, all these little fucking worker ants that wrote out these long novels when they got fired about how bad it was and they blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, okay, so half of you were fucking shysters. I see.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because it became a quick meme on Twitter that all these Twitter employees, the previous ones, would write out these long fucking novels about them getting fired and saying, I love my team. But it was like, look, nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Go eat shit and die, you fucking fascists.
How many celebrity nude pics do you think he has access to now? Or how many do you think there are?
That's a question.
From them
I
like
have.
sending
these
DMs to each other.
Do you think he's got all that, or do you think the previous owners deleted everything? Do you think they wiped everything before they gave it to Elon?
That's a good question.
I think they probably
curious.
wiped. I think they wiped everything to not give Elon any
I don't know
ammo.
that you could do that if you're gonna
Yeah, because they have to look at your books.
Yeah, you got to go in there and look at all this stuff. So if you're going in there and deleting all the messages and like their database and all the pictures and stuff that they send to each other,
I don't doubt it.
you know,
I don't fucking doubt it.
I'm curious.
Musk's team on Friday laid off roughly half the workforce. Okay, before Musk took over the company, Twitter had rules against impersonating other accounts to mislead, confuse, or deceive others. Parody or fan accounts were instructed to mark their account name that they were separate from the account they were parodying. Excuse me. Griffith, who's Summer? I don't know who Summer is. Apparently he's a Mad Men actor. I guess he got suspended too. I'm not tracking this one. I need to go look that up. They all appeared to change their account names and their verified profiles to Elon Musk without indicating they were parody. Okay, so maybe Ethan Klein didn't. Okay, because I was under the impression he did.
Hey guys, let's change our profile names to Elon.
What the fuck are you thinking is going to happen with this? Like these morons. Yeah. Oh my God.
So stupid.
The suspensions hit a growing adversarial relationship between Musk and Twitter users who have expressed skepticism of his motives for making changes. I just simply love the foundation of this. Zuckerberg has been doing this on Facebook and Instagram for years, and we had to sit, and we still have to sit and grit our teeth and just take it up the ass. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Musk is doing it, and suddenly liberals are losing their shit. I don't give a fuck what you have to say. Don't care. I love your crying. I love your incessant whining. It's making my dick fucking hard every time I read your shit and you're complaining. Leave the app. Leave the fucking platform. You don't have to be there. But Twitter is growing right now. Twitter is on fire. People are reinstating their accounts. They're fucking, oh my God, like they're just doing everything left and right. Mm-hmm. They're coming back, and it's like, come back to Twitter, guys. I'm telling you, it's a lot better than what it was when you left. Oh, yeah. It's a lot better. And make sure you follow me, the Daddy Savage. This is just so good to watch. And AOC, like right now, oh my God, she's the one that has the most problems with it.
She is the biggest idiot.
Fucking cunt.
Like one of the biggest idiots.
She's a moron. This woman is a moron. She has cost her district so many jobs. She tweets out the most ridiculous stuff.
Like she is a self-appointed.
She is
queen.
Yep. Well, if that didn't finish it, or if that didn't top it off and make matters worse, Elon Musk tweeted out this morning, and it makes me happy to see this. He says, "I recommend voting for a Republican Congress." Elon Musk first announced he was voting Republican earlier this year. That's before he bought Twitter. Okay.
Paul Pelosi just shit a hammer. As soon as he saw that headline.
Oh my God. I love that. I gotta save that timestamp so I can clip that for the intro to the podcast. That's the intro right there. That's awesome. He endorsed Republicans for the midterm election cycle on Monday, telling voters to cast ballots for Republican Congress. Right now, liberals are automatically starting to accuse Elon Musk of election meddling. How is that election meddling when Facebook has donated millions to political campaigns and things like that? And then Elon, who owns the fucking company, comes out and says, this is who I think you should vote for. Because there's a difference. And somebody made a good post on my Instagram or comment. He said, would you be this adamant if Elon was a Democrat? I say, as long as the terms of services were applied equally to both sides, then abso-fucking-lutely. Mm-hmm. Yes. As the owner of the platform, you can openly say, this is who I want to vote for. Yeah. But as long as the opposing side can also say the same, then it's fair game. Yeah. Why wouldn't the owner of the platform be able to say, this is who I think you should vote for? But now if you start to ban people, if you start to censor people and shit like that, well, then it's different. 100% it's different.
Yeah, why can't he say these things, but you have Soros and these other companies that pull their
scared.
Stuff? Yeah.
They're scared. They know he's got pull.
I mean, this guy's got one of the richest man in the world. Mm-hmm. I mean, he employs thousands and thousands of people. Of course he would want lower taxes. Yeah. Of course he would want a competent government.
But I just love how liberals
doesn't try to screw him at every turn.
But they want to accuse Elon of spending all this money. How come you're not going after Soros? Yeah. Why are you asking Soros about handling and fixing the world?
Who was an actual Nazi?
And I've never seen anybody call him out for that. I've never seen any liberal that has went after Elon do the same for Soros. Like, why don't you go to him? Yeah, he's got the money. Why not?
Do it on Twitter and see what kind of response you get. Because you'll have people that'll come out of the woodwork and be like, oh, well, George Soros, he's donated a lot of money to these philanthropic
I don't give a fuck that dude, let him burn in hell.
But he was a real Nazi.
Oh yeah,
there's a picture of him in his Nazi outfit.
Fuck that piece of shit.
That's real. That happened.
Wait, there's an actual picture of him?
Yeah, when he was a young man.
I thought he was a Jew informant.
Was he? I think he was an actual Nazi.
He dimed out fellow Jews to save his own self.
I think he did the same, but we'll have to go and look. But I thought I'd seen a picture.
Yeah, people in the comments are already saying that. Yeah, he sold out his own people.
Let's see.
That was my understanding.
Let's see. I want to say that I'd seen a picture of the guy in
I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah.
No shit.
This photo shows the bookkeeper of Auschwitz. Oh, never mind.
Musk's announcement. Well, you looked that up. Musk's announcement comes months after he first announced plans to vote Republican. Okay, this is what he tweeted out. To independent-minded voters, shared power curbs the worst access of both parties. Therefore, I recommend voting for a Republican Congress, given that the presidency is Democratic. Musk wrote. That's all he tweeted. That's all he tweeted, and he's right. Stalemate the president, Republican-controlled Congress, freaking Democratic-owned presidency. You got the SCOTUS that leans freaking Republican. You're a stalemate.
Yeah.
He says, I have vowed overwhelmingly for Democrats historically. Overwhelmingly. Like, I'm not sure. I might never have voted for Republican, just to be clear. Now, this election, I will, he said at the time. People don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're being honest with yourself, you have to say a majority of these Republicans are scumbags too.
I agree, yeah.
But I think you have more.
There's less scumbags on the right than on the left,
you have more people on the right that would do the right thing.
Yeah.
As opposed to the left where they're all terrible.
Well, I feel that's why these elections right now that we're looking at,
I mean, but you have to start someplace. You got to start.
Yeah, I think the elections you're looking at now, though, are going to replace the boomer neocons with your more millennial-focused Gen Xers as well. They're going to come in there and say, no, we're more progressive, but in a good way. Like, legalize drugs, stay the fuck out of the bedroom, do whatever the fuck you want. Shit like the more libertarian mindset. Right. And I think that's eventually going to replace a lot of the boomers, like the McConnells and the Grahams and shit like that. And if they do, the Republican Party then starts to transition more to the Libertarian Party, and then you've got a very, very dangerous party as far in the sense of, or the context of, likability. Liberals will never score on that. You can't. They've, again, this is the party of pedophilia, grooming, high prices, inflation. This is what they're simping for.
Abortion, after birth.
They went after the parents.
Yeah.
You fucked up. The FBI has been weaponized. Yeah. So we'll see. And there's a good possibility they're saying that if we do take back the Senate, that Rand Paul is going to be in charge of investigating Fauci. That's the scuttlebutt. And if that's true...
You know, I'm tired of all the investigations. Yeah. I would just love to see something get done.
I want to see a Nuremberg
they never
trial.
Do anything.
I want to see Nuremberg 2.0, and I want to see them tried, and I want to see them in prison. I would love to see some executions as well, and I'm not even going to lie about that. I'm not sugarcoating that. I would love to see some people made examples of and say, you fucking destroyed lives. Maybe not the death sentence, but life in prison 100%.
Because what would happen back in the 1800s or the founding of this country?
They'd have been burned, executed. They'd have been hung probably. Yep. Guillotined in France, hung here in America, probably shot, and they would have deserved it. Yeah. Because the infringements that I have seen, like the amnesty, folks, if you even think, and this is why I need to talk to Austin Peterson, it's like, dude, why the hell are you pushing for amnesty? Do you not remember the videos of the woman being choked and slammed on the ground, the children being forced to wear masks while the adults didn't, the people that were ostracized, the businesses that were closed and destroyed, and you want to forgive them? Fuck them.
Churches.
Even here in synagogues. Dallas. You couldn't go to your funeral, but they could. The elites could.
Yep.
How quickly we forget that. Now, I'm not sitting there saying, like, this is akin to Pearl Harbor or 9/11. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But I'm saying financially, this is the worst I have ever seen it. Yeah. That the government got involved and they fucked everything up. So you'll excuse me if I don't want to sit here and suddenly say, oh, you know what? You weren't thinking right. It's like, no, fuck you. Yeah. You wanted to see me homeless. You wanted to see all this stuff. You wanted to see me ruined. You wanted to see me on the street. There were people that actually said they want to see us forced onto a gurney, strapped down, and injected against our will.
Yeah. That's what they said.
So you'll excuse me if I don't give a fuck if somebody puts a bullet in your head. Yeah. You're not American. Let's stop viewing these people as Americans. They're not. These are socialists. These are fascists. These are the enemies of freedom and liberty.
Yeah. I think that's the closest to Nazi Germany that we've seen in a while, right?
Bro, I'm just at a loss for this.
Seriously, when the whole country shuts down like that, you can't have a church service. We had our pastor talking about, during COVID, they would have the police circling to make sure nobody was pulling up into the parking lot.
Bro, fuck those cops.
And that's
fuck those cops.
Bullshit.
And then they still went and they still painted Black Lives Matter in the streets. Yeah. I remember in California they marched. Yep. Massive turnout, majority of which were black and white liberals. What happened to the freaking super spread? Nothing happened to them.
They said, oh, no, it's
not
fine.
A big deal. As long as black people are involved, don't touch them. We can't touch the protected class. And now it's the Jews. You can't criticize Jews whatsoever. You can't even have, it's not even a matter of criticizing from my standpoint. It's asking questions, saying, let's talk about this. Yeah. No, you can't. That's anti-Semitic. Like, no, it's not. How is that fucking anti-Semitic?
Yeah, if it gets shut down before you even can ask a question,
then there's something there that needs to be fucking discussed. Yes.
Maybe we should talk about it.
We should talk about it 100%.
Yeah. I mean, we're not saying all Jewish people are terrible people, but if a majority of the financial district and all of Hollywood is run by the Jewish community.
Well, I posted this on my Instagram, I think it was yesterday, and apparently there's...
Jesus was Jewish. Of course we love Jewish people.
I don't think Jesus was a Jew.
You don't think Jesus was a Jew?
No, because it wouldn't make sense. I think he was neither Jew nor Gentile. Because that now you're trying to... you see, we're getting into a theological debate on this one. Because if Jesus was virgin born, then he was not of the Jewish ethnicity. If it was a non-consummated thing, and he took the egg and the sperm and created both... What was his race? He wasn't of man. He was his own race.
African.
And that's the thing. Like people, he was a black. Who gives a fuck if he's black?
I don't care what color he was.
Who gives a shit? But that's what people. But I don't think he was Jewish. I don't think he was Gentile. I think Jesus was God. He was there to sit there and say, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I'm the sacrifice. I'm here to fulfill the Mosaic law and say, now we're pushing in here. So it's like, I don't view him as Jew or Gentile. Now, look, this isn't John Burke saying, you should believe it like I'm just saying me personally. But he did come from a Jewish carbon. Yes, that was his family.
Yeah.
But I also feel like in order to say, hey, I'm here to fulfill the old Jewish law, it doesn't make sense to me when people call him Jewish. But I get it. I'm not sitting there saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I see it differently. Is it something I'm going to split hairs about? Not really. I don't give a fuck. It's not that big of a deal. I shouldn't have said that in the same thing talking about the God. Excuse me. But you know where I'm going with that. I feel like, I think that's just it's such a minor detail. It's like, is that really important? But some people are like, it's got to be believed my way. It's like, okay, whatever. Teach their own.
I agree. It's not that.
It's not. That's not something that's going to split. I'm not going to end a friendship over that. But the point that I'm trying to make though is, I don't know, man. It's weird to me how you can openly criticize Christianity.
Yeah.
You can openly criticize and condemn that, especially if you're white and heterosexual. But if you say anything about Jewish people in general, you're demonized.
Oh, yeah. Well, you could make an art piece of Jesus in a vat of urine.
Yes. Or zombie Jesus during Halloween. You see that tweeted all over the place. But to me, it's just like, it's such a slippery slope because there is a lot of anti-Semitism that does exist. It's true. It does exist. People hate. I get it. I understand. I'm not agreeing with, but I'm saying, I can see that there is some anti-Semitism, but it's such a very slippery slope that when you criticize Jewish people, that it instantly can go down the road very easily of saying like, fuck Jews, yada, yada, yada. It's like, okay, I understand where that's coming from, but if I can't even have a basic conversation talking about like ethno-nepotism and you automatically classify me as being anti-Semitic, it's like, that's bullshit. So you're telling me that Jewish people don't help out other Jewish people? Yes, they do. Every community does that. Let's not even fucking joke about that.
Yeah.
It's like, so why can't we have a conversation about that? Is that me like condemning all Jews? No, there was a stat that just came out that said 21% of the Jewish population are actually practicing Jews, and the remaining use the Jew label to protect themselves from any kind of criticism.
Yeah.
I was like, if that's true, that's fucked up. It's fucked up.
You think that's what they mean by when you say, let's say the pornography industry is run primarily by Jewish people,
I don't know
90%. And they say, no, those aren't real Jews.
Right.
What?
What's
that mean? I don't know. What's a real
religion
Jew
versus ethnicity, though?
Yeah.
Because again, Israel is an ethno state. Well, some people believe it's not. Some people believe that, and again, I'm open to have, and that's why I want to bring on Pew Pew Jew tomorrow, because he's way more educated on this than me. I don't know a lot about Palestine and Israel. It's not something I've ever really given a fuck about. I don't want to get involved. Not my business. You fight your own fucking wars. I do know that Israel's been a very good ally to us for a very long time, but we've also dumped a shitload of money into Israel. It's like, wait a minute. If we don't want to give money to Ukraine, if we don't want it, but also know that Israel also is a major player in the information collection when it comes to that. I think if they have one of the best, if I'm mistaken, correct me, but they do have one of the best information networks in existence. Like Israel's known for that.
Really?
Yeah, and technology. Well, it used to be aircraft technology back in the day. I don't know how it is now. But I just want to have a conversation. And I'm not even looking at the comments. I can already tell you right now, there's going to be people bashing Jewish people. And there's going to be people loving Jewish people. And I'm not condemning as a whole. That's not what I'm saying. I want to talk about these issues because I feel like we should have a conversation about this. And if you don't want to have a conversation about it, that just probably means to me that you're hiding something.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting. now because you have Kanye West who has
and the other player, the other NBA player, I forget his
Kyrie
name.
Irving.
Yeah. And they're and here's the thing: the NBA is suspending him for him tweeting that
7
link to
games.
that book. Yeah, and I agree with the NBA doing that because if Colin Kaepernick can take a knee and the NFL can do whatever the fuck they want, this guy same
Colin
thing.
Kaepernick, he never got suspended for taking a knee.
He didn't, but
he got dropped from the San Francisco 49ers just because he wasn't.
But the company reserves the right to do as they see fit.
Yeah.
And I agree with it. I think it's fucked up. I think it's bullshit. I think when you take that stance as a company, let's put it to our own. Let me apply my methodology of thinking so that way people can hopefully understand. If we had, for example, a shell shock ambassador.
Saying Kyrie, did he retire?
Did he retire?
I don't know.
I didn't know that. I thought he must have retired in light of that. Yeah, because I thought he was suspended.
That's what King Yeti said.
Oh, I don't know. We'll have to look. But I just see it as like, look, you have a right to free speech. And as a business owner, it's like, unless that person's out there tweeting openly racist shit, it's like, but was that what he was doing? Or was he questioning whether or not there was a group of Jewish people that were practicing nepotism?
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then yeah, it's wrong. If white people do it, it's wrong. If black people do it, it's wrong. If Jews do it, well, we can't question that. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Bet you if it was Christians, though, they'd be all about freaking demonizing them. I bet you they would.
They do it anyway.
They do it anyway, 100%. I don't know, man. I want to ask questions, and that's why I think. And Pew Pew Jew, he's an honest dude. He'll give me some straightforward answers, and I'm looking forward to this interview because it's gonna be a fun time. You know, I'm not here trying to like condemn you fucking Jew. I'm not trying to do that. I just want to get a better understanding of what the hell's going on right now, because I've never really given a shit about what's going on in Palestine. I don't care.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It says he's retiring.
Good for him.
Kyrie Irving has informed the Nets that he plans to retire.
Good for him.
I don't blame him. Why would you want to go in an organization that tried to force you to get a vaccination, demonized you in front of the entire country and world, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he has an opinion. I mean, I guess I could see to a point where they would be like, the documentary.
But at the same time, though, it's kind of like, is there something here? Is there something here?
I haven't seen the documentary.
Neither have
I'm not even sure about it. So,
it's just funny, though, because that's how things change, though, is somebody's got to bring light to it. Because they use Colin Kaepernick as the same example. It's like, yeah, but you blew that so far out of fucking proportion, it wasn't accurate.
It was based off of lies.
It was based off of lies and anecdotal evidence that statistically did not add up.
No.
Police corruption's everywhere. It's like, according to the stats that we've got for over 750,000 officers, like, no, it's not as bad as you think it is.
Fewer
there are
black
some issues,
people
don't get me wrong.
Than white people were killed by police officers. I mean, so it's just the numbers on there just didn't add up.
Oh, did Dallas beat Green Bay this weekend?
They didn't play.
They didn't play? I thought Dallas was playing Green Bay.
No, Green Bay played the Lions.
Was the Lions?
I think.
Did they lose?
Yeah, the Green Bay lost.
A friend of mine, he posted about that, and he was like, fucking Bobo. I was like, Green Bay must have lost. He's like a diehard Green Bay fan. I don't know. Washington Post gives Biden a bottomless Pinocchio in fact check of several misleading claims. The Washington Post also fact checked a misleading claim about Social Security. The Washington Post gave President Biden a bottomless Pinocchio in a fact check of several recent claims he's made, including statements about Social Security. It says, folks, I spent a lot of time, more time with Xi Jinping than any other head of state. I've traveled 17,000 miles with him, the president said on November 3rd in San Diego. Glenn Kessler wrote the Post has fact-checked this claim several times before, and the president has said it over 20 times. During the administration, Washington Post created a new rating, the bottomless Pinocchio, for claims that had been given 3 Pinocchios and had been repeated at least 20 times. Now Biden has earned his own bottomless Pinocchio, Kessler wrote. The analysis also fact-checked the president's claim that seniors were getting an increase in their Social Security checks for the first time in 10 years. The White House also included that this claim in a tweet that was deleted. And we explained why they're getting a bump. And it wasn't because of Biden's good doing. We talked about this. But what I love, though, is kind of like how now Twitter is fact-checking them left and right.
Yeah.
It's like, you people, like, I love the fact that you are running shitless scared now because you can't come on here and make these baseless claims and get away with it. Like, you can't. I fucking love it. I'm here for it, baby.
That's an actual fact check, right?
That is an actual fact check.
That's not an opinion.
That's an actual fact check, yes.
That is an opinion.
And they don't like that.
Like Facebook, like Zuckerberg said when he was in front of Congress having to testify, saying, oh, no, these aren't real fact check. These are just our opinions that we say they're fact checking.
Yeah. Funny to me, the reason Social Security payments are going up is because Social Security benefits under a law passed in 1972 are adjusted every year to keep pace with inflation, the Post analysis said. The president also claimed recently that the gas was over $5 a gallon when he took off. We talked about that. And because of the actions we've taken, gas prices are declining. We're down $1.25 since the peak of this summer, and they've been falling down $1.25. What? Where are you at? Now, I will say I've seen it come back down to like $3.15 a gallon here where I'm at in Texas, which is nice, but that's not up to something where it was when Trump was in office.
$2.38.
Yeah, it's still high. So glad
here in
to see
Texas,
that.
the gas is always a little bit lower, or in Texas rather.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had it really, really good
Compared. I mean, granted, it sucked. Don't get me wrong, but compared to like places like California, New York, fuck. And you know, a lot of people in New York don't even buy gas because they do a lot of the public transport. Yeah, I get that, but it's just nuts to me on this one. But again, it doesn't surprise me. You know, they're fact checking them. The White House deletes the tweet. Like, come on, man. Come on. Y'all know better. This is just blatant fucking lying at this point. But apparently Obama teamed up with Biden this weekend at a few rallies, and now Biden's tweeting him left and right. It's like, dude, you're always going to be in Obama's spotlight. You're always going to be a shadow in the man that was Obama. Like, Biden is going to be a footnote. This dude, Biden is going to go down as the worst president in our times. He is.
Yeah, in a matter of, it took like 15 minutes for him to get that title.
Bro, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was fucking bad.
Him running around. Do you see him? He was on stage with Kamala Harris the other day.
Who? Obama?
Joe Biden.
Or Biden. Okay.
Oh, God, dude. He just he doesn't know where to go. He jogs he looks just lost.
He does. I bet they're wanting him to jog to showcase, like, look how healthy he is. He can jog versus, like, yeah, but he's going the wrong way.
Just waiting for Kamala just to give him a push over the side of the stage.
I wouldn't doubt it. Like, it's bad. It looks bad right now. Like, between him and Fetterman, I don't know who's worse.
Do him a favor.
And Fetterman's younger, too.
Oh,
the guy's
he looks terrible. They both look awful.
Zeldin supporter attacked, choked at Hochul event, speaks out. Can't have debates without getting violent. Yeah, it's true. A white dude choked out a black Republican woman. It's fucking bad.
Oh my God.
Angelica Torres says she was only trying to exercise her First Amendment rights when she was assaulted. The supporter for GOP gubernatorial candidate Lee Zeldin, seen on a video allegedly being attacked and choked at a New York City event for Democratic Governor Kathy Hochul, spoke out for the first time in an interview with Fox News. Can you do me a favor? Type in Kathy Hochul Apostles and get ready to pull that soundbite because y'all need to listen to what this dumb bitch said. Like, it is bad.
Kathy Hochul what?
Apostles. Just like, because she does a little briefing on that. Angelica Torres, who showed up with an anti-Hochul sign at an event for Democratic governor outside Stonewall Inn in Manhattan on Saturday, recalled how an unidentified woman grabbed her sign and threw it. When Torres was trying to retrieve her sign, she said an unidentified man, who she described as bigger than her in stature, meaning he's a fat fuck when you look at the picture, came up, grabbed her by the neck. Meanwhile, the Zeldin supporters say New York's City Council member Crystal Hudson was also grabbing her by the arm. I was pretty much defenseless, outnumbered, Torres told Fox News correspondent Eric Shawn. I was certainly shocked. I was definitely kind of like not expecting that to happen. I don't even really want to watch this video, but I think we do need to see it because y'all need to see this. Y'all need to see this. I think this is going to show. I hope this shows it. Let's watch. 221. Okay, here we go. What the fuck? They're shoving her around? Dude, what the fuck?
Jeez.
Dude, I'm at a loss with this. This guy literally grabs her by the throat. I'm sorry, dude. Find that guy and beat the fuck out of him. Some fat old white, ooh, motherfucker, dude. Ooh.
I can't believe nobody did anything.
And of course they're not going to do anything. They're fucking gutless cowards.
Pussies.
Go to town. Beat the fuck out of these people, man. Start fighting back.
You wanna hear that
when they want to throw shit at you, fucking grab a board and take it to their fucking skull. Like, that's why the Proud Boys got demonized so much, because they were fighting back against Antifa. Yeah. And what did they do? They labeled them racist, all kinds of shit to try and delegitimize them. But they were the ones out there saying, if Antifa wants to do it, we're going to do it back. Yeah. Fucking let them have it. Let them have it.
You want to hear the audio?
This is from Kathy Hochul?
Yeah, this is what you just played.
Oh, the fight?
Yeah, the assault.
Yeah,
is
go
that
ahead.
What you're talking about?
No, I was talking about Kathy Hochul, the comments on the apostle.
Oh.
You can deny science. You can deny those who seek to fight. You can deny an election like those individuals. And we say, hell no.
fuck out of her. Can you imagine how scared she must have been? She was just like, I don't know if they're like going to kill me. Like she's outnumbered.
That sounds like people getting ready to go out and start violence. You know, like burning cities down and
This
that
is
shit.
in New York. You know how guns are to get up there. I guarantee if it was in Texas, that dude put his hands on her throat, bro. That's if a dude put his hand
with my
on
ring hand.
No. If a dude put his hand on a woman's throat and starts squeezing, you are well within your right to put a bullet in that motherfucker. That is deadly intent. When they go to choke you, bro. And here's the thing: the video footage is there, and you could easily say he went to assault. All she has to do is pull on him and fucking put a bullet in him. He's done. There isn't a court alive that would let that go. That dude assaulted her. All you have to say was, I'm afraid of my life. And it's 100% true. That guy was choking the shit out of her and then launches her.
Oh.
I'm just, what the fuck?
Okay.
And as for and by the way, that over the weekend, I don't know if y'all saw it or not, the donut shop, I forget where it was, that hosted a child drag show. There was somebody dressed in an outfit with a MAGA hat on, it looks like, that tried to burn it down. Did y'all see this?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, it's a little interesting. Like, let me see if I can pull this up.
I got this Kathy Hochul video whenever you want.
Okay, the Kathy Hochul video. So for those who don't know, she's running in New York. She does a speech. She does a speech about the vaccines. I think she's before a congregation. I want you to listen to what this woman is saying because it should scare you. Go ahead and roll that clip, please.
Back. And what we went through this pandemic made us stronger. I believe that, especially when I talk to young people who weren't able to have their graduations from high school or a normal life for the last 18 months. I say to them, whatever comes your way in life, you are stronger. You are more resilient. God let you survive this pandemic because he wants you to do great things someday. He let you live through this when so many other people did not. And that is also your responsibility. But how do we keep more people alive? We are not through this pandemic. I wished we were, but I prayed a lot to God during this time. And you know what? God did answer our prayers.
Oh, God.
He made the smartest men and women, the scientists, the doctors, the researchers. He made them come up with a vaccine. That is from God to us. And we must say, thank you, God. Thank you. And I wear my vaccinated necklace all the time to say, I'm vaccinated. All of you. Yes, I know you're vaccinated. You're the smart ones. But you know there's people out there who aren't listening to God and what God wants. You know this. You know who they are.
What?
I need you to be my apostles.
What?
I need you to go out and talk about it and say, we owe this to each other. We love each other.
Pause it.
Jesus taught us to love.
Listen to what she says. Be my apostles. Who the fuck does this cunt think she is? This is blasphemy. It's by God. Holy shit. And you call the right a cult? What the fuck?
And make sure you're in that pregnancy.
Imagine like a Southern Baptist church pushing some shenanigans like that. Holy shit. And you know, because you survived the thing, God has a reason for it. So people that didn't survive, God didn't want anymore.
I know.
Number one, I find this very hypocritical that any liberal would want to sit there and quote God because, like, excuse me, pardon me, but don't you murder innocent babies? Maybe you should shut the fuck up and sit this one out, bitch.
Not going to talk about that.
Not going to talk about that. I'm at a loss that the same party that demonizes white Christians, that loves them some Islam, that loves all the freaking religions that are so fucking violent towards homosexuals and women especially, fuck, there's a revolution going on in Iran about that right now. And then you want to turn around and try and weaponize God as if he's on your side? Now, I'm not sitting there trying to say that God is a Republican. I'm never going to say that. I think God thinks this whole thing is stupid. I think God thinks more along the lines of like render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, but leave to me above everything else. But it's like, I'd rather the state of the world be somewhat decent before the rapture happens versus like we are in just straight Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0, which we already are. But this woman to sit there and say, I need you to be my apostles. And you wonder why people don't like you anymore. You wonder why your side is losing. You wonder why nobody wants to get the jab anymore. Biden just got another booster shot, supposedly. I don't think he's actually taking it.
Yeah, I think it's just probably saline at this point.
It's got to be.
Or some sort of dementia medicine.
And watch for more stuff to be leaked out on Twitter.
Ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah. Watch for more stuff to be leaked out on Twitter because now that Elon's got Twitter, they can't censor. Anybody that wants to come out anti-vax and start saying, look at this, look at this, look at this.
Yeah.
They can't censor it now.
No.
And that's why I feel like Instagram and Facebook are going to double down.
No.
They're going to restrict their platform even harder. They're going to put, tighten the stranglehold, and they're going to force more people off their platform. Say, fuck you, I'm going to Rumble, True Social, or Twitter. I never thought Twitter I would be saying like, hey, that's not a fucking leftist playground anymore. And we're starting to see bit by bit, it's not. It's not. And I am like, I'm here for it.
We'll see. What was his statement that he wants Twitter to be the most accurate source of information
but
in the world?
He needs to disband this fucking council he's got. Let the people choose. Let people mute and silence and block who they don't want to hear from.
Right.
It's just let the people decide for themselves. Don't act as the provincial moderator, if you will. And it's not your job. That's not your role. Yeah. Don't do that. But Elon's doing it. It's like, look, dude, this already failed before. And you've already got a guy who's still in charge of this that once called us all fucking Nazis. So I think Elon's got a plan, though, honestly. I think he's got a plan because, honestly, he's not stupid. He knew leftists were going to attack him no matter what he did. He let him do it, and now he's fucking going back after him. It's like, I didn't throw the first punch, you did. But now I own the platform. Tough shit.
Get out.
Get out.
Get in your Tesla and get out of here.
But that's her.
Yeah.
Be my apostles. Tries to frame it that God took out people that didn't get the jab because they what? Like, what was your implications there? You listen to that and you're like, oh my God, what is
words of a desperate woman?
Yeah, like y'all are obsessed.
Yeah.
We're not getting the jab. The pandemic was fake. It was I shouldn't say fake. It wasn't real to the level they said it was. These casualty figures would have been way fucking higher.
Yeah.
Way higher. Your jab did not prevent this transmission of the of COVID. They admitted it. They said they didn't even study it.
Yeah.
And you were lied to repeatedly. They gaslit you. They freaking red herringed your ass, and you bought into it hook, line, and sinker. And so you got these idiots like Kathy Hochul out there, and then you want to sit there and beg for amnesty. Let me see these up. Go after her. Go fucking call her full of shit. Let's see this. And until I see this outcry, no.
Yeah, because these vaccinations, they don't work.
They're bullshit, yeah.
You see people all the time in the White House and this CDC administration who all have gotten COVID multiple times.
It's bullshit. I'm sorry. I thought a vaccine, because they're never going to change they're not going to change the language. It's not a vaccine. It's just a shot, like a flu shot.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's a COVID shot.
If they were smart from the very beginning, they would have done therapeutics. That's what they would have done. But I mean,
I can tell you what happened. The people were scared by the propaganda machine coming out of China.
Yeah.
America knew that we got a hand in that. Fauci knew the gain of function research was going to be shown to the public. So what do? Magnify this thing, say, oh my God, it's the worst thing since the HIV outbreak in the 80s. And guess who's in charge back then? The same guy you got in charge right now. Yeah. And before they knew it, we were getting all of our information from China. Remember the videos we saw? People dropping dead in the streets, just pandemic, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, it's coming to America. And then sure as shit, Trump wanted to close the border with China. What did they do? You're a xenophobe. And here it hits. Liberals, you got yourselves to blame on this one. You want to believe in this pandemic? You're the ones that went after Trump saying, don't shut the border with China. That's racist.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember calling that too. It's like, they're gonna, and then what did Joe Biden do? Same thing. And suddenly they love it. It's okay when Biden does it. And then the people, what do? They started screaming for a vaccine, naturally, because the government scared the shit out of them. And they start screaming for the sky, the government, help us, save us. And the government's like, all right, we're going to do this, but we're going to do it our way. And you have to adhere to what we want. And they weaponize social media. They weaponize the influencers. They weaponize TikTok, Twitter, everything. They censored us. They banned us. They said, you can't speak here. You cannot question the narrative. And I'm not even talking about speak out against. They wouldn't even let you question it. I lost my YouTube account for misinformation.
Yeah.
Just having discussions on it.
You couldn't even talk about the things that the left was already talking about.
Exactly.
Like,
so you'll excuse me if I don't give a fuck when you're banned. And your free speech, quote unquote, free speech isn't honored because you didn't stick up for us. Isn't it funny? Kind of that old quote, when they came for the socialists, I said nothing. And then they came for me and nobody was there to say that. Well, we're here, but I'm going to sit there and laugh as they're loading you up on the cyber train car and banning your account. Bye. Don't give a fuck. Don't. And I'm not encouraging, and I would never endorse anyone to burn down a business that hosted a drag queen story hour for children or whatever the case, or a drag show, child friendly. I would never encourage or endorse that. But I'll certainly donate to the bail funds. if they get caught doing it. And I mean that.
Huh.
I would never encourage anybody to go commit violence or arson. No, don't do that. Respect people's rights.
I mean, how stupid are
But
these
I'll
people?
definitely donate to your bail funds.
So this person puts on a MAGA hat and
We're going to watch the video right now.
where it's clearly...
We're going to watch the video right now. For those that don't know, this happened over the weekend. Now, there was apparently a donut shop that hosted a child-friendly drag time story hour. Now, I want you to watch this video. If you're watching this live stream on Rumble, yeah. You watch this video and you tell me. Here we go. He's got the bat. He's going to break the window. Doesn't even break it. Or he breaks one. And look how he swings that bat. Lighting the Molotov cocktail, tips it upside down, gets it going, throws it into the business, and then runs off. Did you see how he threw it? That is either a woman or that's a gay dude.
Take that,
Or
donut.
it's a liberal, because liberals by and large don't play sports because they're little pussies. You look at this video, that's a stage. That's staged. And then he screamed out, "This is MAGA country." No, I'm just playing. He didn't. But if for those that aren't watching the video and listening to this on the podcast, it is somebody in all black. They've got a red hat on. It's got like the golden wings on the brim. It almost looks like a MAGA hat. He's wearing a surgical mask, so you can't see his face. He's wearing gloves. When he goes to shatter the first window, he swings the bat very effeminately.
Yeah.
Now you can thank gay stereotypes for that assumption. Because you look at him, it's like he's either gay or he's a fucking woman. Because there isn't a dude alive that got testicles that swings a bat like that.
I don't know. It's not the first time his hand's been on wood. I can tell you that much.
It's the truth. Let's watch this again. Watch as he goes, he pushes something, he puts something on the thing, paper or some shit, pulls the lighter out, takes the bat, hits the first window. Look at this. Look at this. He has no force, no power behind it. I think it's a dude. I do think it's a guy. Then he goes, he's going to light the Molotov cocktail. This isn't the first time he's done this, you can tell. He tips it upside down to get it going, get the gas going, not too much. Flings it, and then look how he throws it. This is a bitch. This is a liberal. This ain't a conservative. I can guarantee that ain't a conservative. They haven't caught the dude. But I'm just saying, don't do this, people. This is wrong. But if you do get caught, hit me up, and I'll help donate to your bond, your bail bond, 100%.
See you later, insurance check.
This is how I think it could be insurance fraud, quite honestly, because it's a small little. If you look at it, the paint's shit. It doesn't look like a very good establishment. They apparently hosted a child-friendly drag thing.
It looks like a place you would hold a drag show.
100%, but it also looks like it's a failed business. So why not host a drag thing, fake the thing, fake an attack, and then collect insurance money? It could easily be that. Where is this? Let me look. Man in MAGA hat hits donut shop with Molotov cocktail after he hosts a drag show. Oklahoma donut shop. Good. Let it burn.
Man in a MAGA hat.
Man in a MAGA. So it is a MAGA hat. They confirm it's a MAGA hat. Yes, because that's 100% what people do. You're going to go out at like in the middle of the night wearing a fucking MAGA hat that's red as fuck, dressed all in black, cover your face. Come on.
I know. That's like dumbest fucking thing.
Dumbest fucking thing.
He had a bag of Subway sandwiches with him as well. And a liter of bleach.
He had Trump on a FaceTime while he was doing it. Like, shut the fuck up. Nobody believes your shit anymore.
I know.
And here's the thing. If it's true,
I know.
Let it burn. Don't give a fuck. Because, folks, I don't believe in arson. I don't believe in getting violent until you go after the children. And then that's only when law enforcement isn't doing their job and CPS isn't doing their job, which they're both not. So society should fix itself. And this is how you do it. My hat's off to this gentleman, even though it's a liberal. Good job. Score one for us. Hopefully you burned it to the ground.
I'm surprised he didn't catch himself on fire.
Yeah, but he probably practiced that because I saw he didn't go all the way with the Molotov. It's like you're about to blow your hand off.
Yeah.
So just a light tip. I mean, you do that. You don't want to you don't get the end of the. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about this. I don't want to fucking give anybody any ideas. But people make a common mistake of soaking the whole fucking rag with gas. You don't do that. That thing will blow up in your fucking hand.
Just seems like common sense. I mean, I've never.
You'd be surprised. You would be surprised if you soak the entire rag with gas. It basically acts like a fucking fuse and detonates. You put the rag. I gotta stop.
No,
I'm gonna be on an FBI.
This is a terrible thing to do anyway. Just because it could do a lot more damage than just burn that business down. Right? It could spread pretty quickly. not contained?
No, because there's a way that buildings are built to where if that does happen, it hopefully avoids it for the most part.
Really?
This actually happened back during the big Chicago fires in the early 1900s, that there was no building code back then, and buildings were literally stacked on top of each other made out of wood. And there was a fire that got started, and it burned down like a city
entire
blocks.
city?
It was a lot,
The
yeah.
Chicago. I've
Yeah.
heard the story.
Yep. So now I'm not saying that wouldn't happen again, but they've definitely built they've addressed codes and stuff to prevent that from happening. But at the same token, like, I'll be honest with you, I hate to say it, but you do have to break some eggs to make an omelet. So if they're hosting child drag shows, whatever happens, happens. Don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't think they're too
I'm
worried
not
about
wearing
that.
hockey pants. Get Batman involved. Can you imagine Batman getting involved in this, like with child molestation and like the grooming shit the liberals are trying to do? He just goes out there and just cracking skulls of Antifa. That'd be great. It'd be great. But yeah, there's a lot of speculation on that. That started making the news rounds, and everybody's like, really? And nobody believed it. So it's kind of dying away now. After the whole Jussie Smollett's, after all this bullshit, it's like, sure they did. Yeah, sure they did.
I'm just kind of surprised this made it into the news, right?
Oh, yeah. Right now, Democrats are grasping at any fuck. What do we talk about? A corner dog is going to do whatever the fuck they can to survive. Democrats are grasping at straws right now. Biden is tweeting out nonstop. Like every 20 minutes, he's tweeting, trying to attack Republicans left and right. They are scared shitless. Folks, do not get complacent. Go vote tomorrow. And the weird thing was, I had to re-register to vote. I don't understand this. Maybe somebody can explain this to me. I have not changed counties. I voted in the last election, but I checked online last week to make sure I was still registered, and they said I wasn't. I was like, wait, what? How? I live in the same county. How am I still not registered? So I mailed in my shit. I'm going to go vote tomorrow. And I'm like, if they give me any shit, it's like, no, I'm fucking voting. I voted before, and you guys didn't give me any beef, no issue. And I was registered. I moved to a different house 5 minutes away, same county. Why the fuck am I not registered still?
I think as soon as you register to vote, that you're registered to vote, and all you need is your ID.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to have anything else.
Unless the website was incorrect, but it says, we don't have a record of you. I'm like, what?
No, I think they do. You do have to get it renewed.
Do you? I don't think so.
Because I had to do mine as well.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, that's weird.
Because I had it.
But it wouldn't make
the
sense,
2016 election and the 2018 election, and then I think
But
I
wait,
had to
were
get
you
a new
living
one.
in the same house?
Yeah, I lived in the same
So
house.
then why would you have to redo it? Once you're
know.
registered, you're registered.
I think it's just to make sure that you're still alive. I don't know. Maybe it's.
I don't know. That's weird to me. But I'm going to go find out tomorrow. So I'm going to go vote tomorrow. But yeah. But again, nobody's really buying into this MAGA hat, dude. Nobody believes it. Again, Democrats, that's your own fault. You've screamed wolf so much. We don't believe anything you have to say anymore.
Yeah.
So whatever. But yeah, the New York Governor Hochul says vaccines are from God, sends out her own apostles to push jab. And of course, Tucker Carlson just roasts her alive. Good for him. Kathy Hochul, Democrat in New York, preached from a pulpit in Brooklyn on Sunday that citizens should be thankful to God for the COVID-19 vaccine. Y'all are a bunch of fucking lemmings. I'm sorry. You are a bunch of lemmings. Just like the claw has chosen, the claw has given us vaccines. What if the vaccine's killing you? Did God give you that? Interesting.
I don't know, man. Anybody that hasn't seen that Steven Crowder interview with the mortician, highly recommend it. It's really interesting.
Hochul, who assumed office in August after Andrew Cuomo resigned amid allegations of sexual misconduct, also urged her listeners to be her apostles by convincing their friends to get vaccinated, an act she said demonstrates the love Jesus commanded his followers to exhibit. You are now conflating to show that you love Jesus. Forget communion. Forget, drinking the blood, eating the bread that represents my body, foot washing, loving one another. No, it's taking the vaccine. You nut jobs are insane. You have made a religion out of the vaccine. You worship false idols, and you wonder why God strikes you down. You wonder. It's just appalling to me. The very same people that glamorize the sexualization of children. Like I said, this isn't left versus right anymore. This is good versus evil. These are demons. These are demon-possessed people, folks. If you don't believe that demons are real, just take one look at this woman. Damn, if I didn't believe in the Pope, she's the Antichrist.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Pope's the Antichrist.
Could be. He is on the list.
Joe Biden promises climate activists at rally in New York no more drilling. You really want to do that before an election, bro? President Joe Biden told a climate activist on Sunday he would not allow any new drilling in the United States just days after he complained that oil companies aren't drilling enough. If I was a Democrat, I'm trying to put myself in their shoes, so here we go. Anyway, now, if I'm a Democrat, and this is my president, this is the leader of my party, and on one hand, he's saying, the oil companies just drill more. And then he turns around and says, no more drilling. What the fuck am I supposed to believe? If I have a gubernatorial candidate that says, hell yeah, we're coming after your AR-15s, your AK-47s, and then he runs for Texas governor, and he says, I'm not interested in messing with the 2A, and then Uvalde happens, and then he wants to ban them again, what am I supposed to believe your stance actually is? You shift with the wind. You are either pro-Second Amendment or you are not. Anyone, and I'm saying this is gospel. You do not get to sit there and say, I believe in the Second Amendment, but as soon as you say but, it just means I don't believe in the Second Amendment. Yeah. I believe in partialities, which no, you cannot do. It's either all or nothing. No more drilling. There is no more drilling, Biden said. And that right there tells you prices are going to get worse. If you're not going to drill, then you've weaned us on foreign energy. Because, folks, answer me this. How are people supposed to afford electric cars? If the energy or the power grids cannot afford that, what's the alternative? All you're doing is starving the American people. You are, I'm at a loss. Bro, I can't even explain this anymore. I don't get these people. The only motive I could see from this is to ruin this country. And liberals think they're doing something good for green energy when in fact they're bankrupting the economy. And nothing else is getting clean. We're still using the same amount of fucking oil just from other countries. Are you kidding me?
They transitioned us to debt,
yeah,
higher prices.
It's just,
look, we're going to transition off of this fuel and.
But these people are so fucking stupid. They buy this hook, line, and sinker. It's like, we're not drilling anymore. It's like, but if the whole goal is to curb fossil fuel pollution, we're just buying it from somebody else that's polluting in a different part of the world. It's still destroying the world as a whole, supposedly.
Because I get paid from these guys over here. I get a commission. Yeah. So we're going to shut down over here.
Dude, I don't
You're going to pay more at the pump. Prices are going to be a lot higher.
I don't even know how people
But your boy here gets a little 10%
for the big guy.
No, that's right. That's what's happening.
I just don't get it.
That's the only thing I could possibly think of as why you would get off of your own energy independence, and then go to a foreign adversary and ask them to produce more oil,
we're not
and then they give you the finger.
Yeah. And Saudi Arabia's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, is this old fuck really here asking us to make more? It's like, but you're the one that shut down drilling in your own country, but you want us. Like, folks, how does that make sense? He wants to end the drilling in America and then goes to Saudi to suck Saudi dick and say, please give us more. Like, no. And then he's got to go back to Russia and Ukraine and shit like that. We haven't ended it. He hasn't reduced it. We're just paying more for it and somebody else is doing the fucking work. Meanwhile, you've tanked our own fucking economy. You've ruined our own jobs. You spiked the cost of it. No fucking wonder people don't like you.
They're selling our reserves to other countries. And they're like, oh, no, we'll buy it back cheaper.
Wink, wink. Yeah, sure we will.
What?
Dude, I'm at a loss for this, but yeah. Oh, hey, good news. Model Gigi Hadid deletes Twitter, a cesspool of hate. Good cunt, bye, nobody gives a fuck. Anyway, Dems will have a bad night Tuesday. We did not listen to voters. Democratic strategist Hillary Rosen said on Sunday on CNN State of the Union that the Democrats did not listen to voters about their economic concerns. She predicted they would have a bad night on Tuesday. Rosen said, I'm a loyal Democrat, but I am not happy. I just think we did not listen to voters in this election. I think we're going to have a bad night. No, you listen to voters. I'm going to tell you right now why the DNC went wrong. You listen to voters. You listen to the Gen Z fucking retards that don't know shit about fuck, that want to have multiple genders, faces pierced, all head, different colored hair, go by different fucking pronouns. That's who you put at the forefront of your party. That's who you praise. That's who you love. The groomers, the pedos, the LGBT fucking fruitcakes that came out there and tried to sexualize children. That's who you listen to. I told you, that is not the majority of your voter base. In fact, it's a single percentile of such. The moderate Democrats have had enough. You ignored them. What are they going to do? They're gone. Your party is fucking done. It is on fire. And she's right. You listened to the wrong voters. You listened to the idiots. She continued, the conversation is not going to have much impact on Tuesday, but I hope it has an impact moving forward, because when voters tell you over and over and over again they care mostly about the economy, listen to them. Stop talking about democracy being at stake. Democracy is at stake because people are fighting so much about what elections mean. Voters have told us that they want to hear. I don't think Democrats have delivered this cycle. I really hope this woman does not catch up steam, because she's 100% right. She is 100% right. Voters, by and large, don't give a fuck about you wanting to chop your dick off. They don't give a fuck about your pronoun. What they care about is the cost of gas, the cost of groceries, and working. That's what they give a fuck about. This, again, social media, great job. You magnified the wrong fucking points. You magnified the wrong points. You instead gave these politicians insane points to run off of, and most people are like, are we really having this conversation? This is really the running points of this. This is the strategy of the 2020 midterms or 2020. This is really what you want to do. Wow. Okay. But like I said, encourage it. Talk more. We'll make fun of them. It's stupid, but yes, by all means, go right ahead. It's just funny to me. And she's right. You didn't listen. You listened to the wrong voters. But being that y'all were so dead set on giving everybody a voice, listen to the trans kids, protect the trans kids, fine. Go right ahead. Because even Democrat mothers like, y'all are fucking ridiculous. Y'all are fucking ridiculous.
We got to protect the trans kids.
LGBT is losing more and more support. Good. Bye. You adopted the trans people into your community. You're on your own. I no longer support the LGBT. Not at all. I hope you fucking crash and burn. Pieces of shit. Same with the BLM. But she's right on this. Rosen added, we have the unfortunate combination of strong gubernatorial candidates. I was just in Arizona and spent time there, talked to a bunch of voters. Mark Kelly is popular, but Kari Lake is more popular. Yeah, because we're tired of your bullshit, by and large, across the thing.
Yeah, Kari Lake is...
she's on fire.
She is on fire.
She's going to destroy him. She will. And deservedly so.
Good for her.
But I tweeted this, or I didn't tweet, I posted this. This is the interesting thing we're going to talk about tomorrow on tomorrow's podcast. This was tweeted out by Candace Owens. She retweeted Max Blumenthal. Max Blumenthal said, we white American Jews are living through a golden age of power, affluence, and safety. Acceptance of this welcome reality threatens the entire Zionist enterprise, from lobby fronts like the ADL to the State of Israel, because Zionism relies on Jewish insecurity to justify itself. Candace Owens retweeted it and said, you are about to get into a lot of trouble for stating this. Reminds me of when I said something similar about the NAACP and the BLM way back when. When you disrupt the trauma economy and call out the not-for-profits that benefit from it, you become their next target. Ben Shapiro retweeted Candace Owens' retweet and said, I think the ADL is a partisan hack organization too. But retweeting Max Blumenthal, who spends his life covering for Jew haters and stumping for Israel's destruction, makes the conversation significantly worse. It's garbage. She responded with saying to Ben, saying, I don't know who Max Blumenthal is. Well, Candace, you might want to look into that before you retweet somebody saying something so controversial. Because you can sit there and say, well, let me just keep her in it. She says, I don't know who Max Blumenthal is, but I do know that you have my number and could have informed me in earnest. Real relationships should trump Twitter theater. Let's set a better example going forward. Candace has done that multiple times.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You got called out by Daddy Shapiro. They should never have brought her over to the Daily Wire. They shouldn't have.
You don't think so?
No. But here's the thing. She wants to talk about it, and I fully support that. Ben Shapiro, when anything comes up of any type of criticism towards Jewish people, he instantly labels it anti-Semitism.
Oh, yeah.
Ben is, that's why I can't respect his opinion on that. When it comes to anything Jew-related, I will never go to Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is extremely biased on that. So that's just the way it is. Like, if you can't even sit there and look at your own side, it's like, look, are there any problems here? And not even saying that we have to agree that there are, but just at least take a second to question it. If you won't even do that, then you're biased. And Ben Shapiro prides himself on not being that biased, but he is. So with Candace, she's in the right on this one. But retweeting Max Blumenthal, ooh, yeah, even I was like, oh boy, I don't know about this one. But it's a conversation that should be had. Now, you know what? You know what Ben Shapiro should do? Bring Max Blumenthal on and have a fucking debate. Talk about it. Get Candace Owens in there. Let's have a discussion. This doesn't have to be, I won, I'm right, you're wrong. Let's just have a conversation. And that way people can open their minds and ears and eyes to listen and hear and say, okay, what is really being discussed here? What's going on? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that have a lot of questions about this. I really do. But when you sit there, the same with COVID, the same with anything else, when you sit there and you shut the conversation down and accuse other people of wanting to have that conversation of being anti-Semites, now we really need to have that conversation, because what the fuck are you talking about? I don't hate Jewish people. I believe Jewish people are God's chosen people. I believe in the Bible. I believe in the tribes of Benjamin. That's my religious preference.
Yeah.
I don't believe in sending the nation of Israel billions of our fucking dollars. I don't. But I do believe religiously they were God's chosen people. And then God left them and went to the Gentiles. He gave us Christ. He left Judaism. But it says in Revelation he's going to come back for the 144,000. It's in the Bible. Now, I don't debate this. This is just theologically based, faith-based beliefs. I can't prove that. This is my own belief. But to even have conversations about Jewish nepotism, why can't we? You're saying they don't do it? But what if they do? Why can't we talk about that?
Yeah.
I'm not demonizing all Jews. I'm not saying all Jews are like this. I'm not saying that all Christians are good people. I'm not saying that all black people are violent. But we can at least have those conversations and discussions. And if you shut it down, then I really don't respect your opinion, because you won't even have a conversation about it.
Right.
That's just my thoughts on it. But instantly, when I posted those screenshots, I didn't even leave a comment, because I knew if I make any comment on this, that I'm going to get roasted either way.
Yeah.
Because this is a very complicated issue. This is something that I'm not 100% certain I know where I stand on yet. So I'm not going to pick a side on this. But I do want to have a conversation about it. And the fact that instantly somebody's like, oh, John Burke thinks that he knows what a good Jew is now. That's very anti-Semitic. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking. I didn't make a comment about it.
What does that even mean?
What does that even mean? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't even know where I stand on this, because I didn't leave a comment on this.
Yeah, just to blindly
like
support somebody without knowing what exactly. Like,
I just wanted to post it, though, because it was proof from what I said before that you can't even have a conversation, because Ben Shapiro's going after Candace and just like, oh, Jesus.
Like Kyrie Irving or Kanye, what? Like, I'm trying to figure out what anti-Semitic thing that they said, but if you just don't believe these people blindly, like, oh, well, they're anti-Semitic, they're anti-Semitic statements. Well, what statements are they?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Well, he basically, I remember he just, like I said, he talked about that Hollywood
right. Is that
music industry is owned by Jewish people. Yeah, but
that doesn't sound anti-Semitic to me.
Here's the thing. If it's not true, then yes, I could see that. If it is true, then it's not anti-Semitic. It's truth.
I saw something that somebody was looking into how many of the like NBA owners are of Jewish descent, and it was quite a few. So I mean,
well, Kanye's accusation was that they control the music industry as well.
Right.
I forget
they refer to the talent as the artist. I think is what it's really interesting.
Yeah.
His kind of behind the scenes of how these conversations go.
But the problem with Kanye saying that is the same as Alex Jones. You've been right on a few things, but you've been wrong on a lot of other things. So it's like it's hard to take you seriously across the board because you said some stupid fucking shit. I'm sorry. There's a difference in getting something wrong like I have before in the past when I was for bump stock bans, because like, you know what, just give it to him, let him have it. Then somebody explained it to me. It's like, you know, Austin Peterson of all people. I was like, I was wrong. I was wrong on this. But you can understand why I was wrong. It's like, I get it, but you've changed your way of thinking towards like, no, you need to support the Second Amendment completely. You cannot fucking give up ground on this. You can't, because the Second Amendment is the Second Amendment. And I was wrong on that. But with someone like Kanye, when you say Bush hates black people, it's like, wait, what? What the fuck are you talking about? You know, there's outlandish accusations, there's outlandish statements versus I see where he's going with this, but I disagree versus like, where the fuck are you coming from saying Sandy Hook was a red flag and they're all paid actors? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Do I think that how that was handled was right? No, I don't think he should be charged $1 billion. Fuck, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's stupid. That also shows the fact there is no justice in this country. It's political justice and it's bullshit.
That's it.
So that's where I stand on that. And of course, you know, you're probably going to get hate on the, I don't fucking care. It's not that I hate Jews. It's not that I love Jews. I see it as an individual. Like, you are who you are.
You know, you really have to elevate yourself to past, it's not people who are of certain dissents or anything like it's about who that person is and what 100%. They're pushing or what that group is pushing.
Now, when statistics back up the accusation or the statement, though, then there's something there.
So it's
if
like
13% of the population is committing 53 to 54% of the violent crime, there's something in that community that needs to get looked at.
No, but
if Jews own a lot of the blah, 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 and it's nepotism, they're only hiring other Jews, that needs to be looked at, because how is that not discrimination? How is that not? If we have issues, if liberals by and large have issues with white people because of white privilege only hiring white people, then why the fuck can't you criticize Jewish people if they're doing that? And if they are doing that, like Kanye says it is, we need to look into it. That's fair. This is about equality.
Yeah.
This is about equality at its base, at its core. And I don't give a fuck what your religion is, what your race is, what your nationality is. It's equality for all.
Yeah.
That's just the way it goes.
I go back to just the MLK, content of character.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
you would
that's it.
think. You would think.
It's
but
pretty simple stuff.
Yeah, not anymore.
Content of character. That's all. That's all.
Everything.
That's all that should matter.
Everything now is based upon your sexuality and your political alignment. That's what it's not about actually how you perform.
Everybody's got to be a special boy.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that does it for today's stream, folks. We appreciate you tuning in. If you could, hit that thumbs up button. We really appreciate your love and support. Share the podcast. Before you get out of here, do me a favor. Go follow me on Twitter. I'm going to be pushing the following there from now on. It's gotten to the point where Instagram and Facebook, dude, they censor us so bad. Get over there. Help us grow the Twitterverse. If you don't have a Twitter account, go make one. You don't want to miss it. It's fucking hilarious. Right now with what Elon's doing, I'm trying to stay on this and retweet as much as I can so you guys can see it in case you don't see it. So you can firsthand witness Twitter undergo a massive change. Not necessarily leaning right, but going from so far left to more centrist, which is exactly what we want. The Daddy Savage, once they reinstate my account, if they reinstate my account, it should be John Burke 1775 or John Burke 1776. I forget which one it is. We'll find out. Elon says it's going to take a couple weeks. I believe him. He's giving me no reason to doubt. We will see.
We'll see.
I'm not putting money on it, that's for sure. But I take it with a grain of salt, but I think he'll do it. But anyway, give us a follow over there. If you could, go leave us a great review on our iTunes podcast. Helps us out. And again, the thumbs up. Do not forget, we're going to have a normal podcast tomorrow. But tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. CST, we will be live right here for the live stream events of the midterm elections. And we'll be reading to you the results as they come in. So until tomorrow, you got anything to add, my man?
You guys have a great day.
Go check out shellshockcbd.com. Use code BURKE to save 10% off. Until tomorrow, you fucking stay savage, you bastards.